Just about to go on the river rapids. So I thought I'd give you a little taster of what it's like before we go on. I'm going to try and film it with the phone. I'll put my other camera away. Huh? Yeah, and that's that howler monkeys over there, or whatever they're called. Right, let's go for it then, Davy babes. Queue line for the rapids. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Because the more people like you give, the better chance our jungle has of surviving. Thank you for choosing Wyllie Rapids Expedition.
It's going to be all...
That was so fun. I love it back here. I was just like leaving stuff. That's fun. Are we gonna be backwards?
Ooh, not long. Asia is coming up, so we'll have an explore around Asia. And there's some tortoise in here, if you can see them. See the food. Oh, there's the tortoise over there. It needs food. Right. Go and head to Asia next. Asia. And this is home to Wyllie River Rapids and the Everest roller coaster, which the name has gone over my head at the moment, but I'll be going on it. So we're officially in Asia now. Let's see what's over this wall. Oh, it's such a beautiful place, this. Such a beautiful place, isn't it?
Yep.
It certainly does. Right, let's go and find. It's not 12 o'clock yet, is it? I'm telling the viewers, I think this has been the busiest park yet.
Certainly looks like it.
That's another table service restaurant called Yak and Yeti. Oops. Expedition Everest is where I'll be going on later. I forgot to finish the title of the ride off. I just said Everest. We all have known what I meant. I'm not much cop at this vlogging lark, but never mind. I try my best, and if my best's not good enough, well, there's nothing else for it. So we've got 10 minutes to wait before we go in there. We weren't going to book a lightning lane today, and to be quite honest, there probably is no need, but there seems a heck of a lot of people here. So we'll just sit down over here because we'll have to wait 10 minutes. So I never brought my GoPro to film on this ride. I don't know why I didn't. I was thinking I didn't need my GoPro today, but I do for the wet ride.
Well, too late now.
Too late now. I would imagine we'll do it again. So we're just sitting down for 10 minutes. So we're just on the Tiger Trek. We've just come off Carly River Rapids. Very short cycle on it, but very enjoyable. We didn't get too wet. Just trying to think, I can't remember it being that short a cycle, but it must have been. But yeah, it was still enjoyable. So we don't need to I've got a lightning lane just for the fact that Narvie River journey is like 45 minutes or something. Otherwise we wouldn't have bothered.
They camouflage very well, yeah. They're native to southwest Dakota. Yeah, it's, you know, like a lot of shaded areas.
There we've got the back of the monkey.
So we provide, you know, like areas where there's some.
So I'm hoping we'll get to see the tigers. But it's very well themed. Extremely well themed everywhere. Extremely well themed, Disney. They are good. But I do keep saying that. Very good, in fact. There they are. Fast asleep. Well, very well themed.
Certainly is, like.
And what have we got in here? If anything. I think they're all having a nap because it's so hot. Oh, the buffalo. So we've got some buffalo up there, probably just that big black mound. These size of these bamboo shoots. Huge, aren't they?
The doors go into the aviary, this path goes around.
So we're in the bird aviary now. See what bird species we can see. You see what that is, David? Another pigeon. Ah!
That one there.
Oh.
The world's largest pigeon is right above your head here. To kind of see her a little bit better, if you come on this side.
Yeah.
Hanging out in her nest right now. Biggest pigeon in the world.
Oh, yeah.
So the male is out somewhere right now. And he's gathering twigs and branches and such. And then he'll bring it up to her.
Yeah.
She has to approve the piece. You know, if she likes it, she'll take it and add it on. If she doesn't, she drops it. She's
Yeah.
like, no, it's bad. She gets to guard the nest and kind of
Yeah.
leave it. But it's really funny. Sometimes she gets impatient and she'll leave and go find stuff of her own. And she'll come back and all the other birds have in the aviary have taken up their nest.
We can see lots of blue fish and loads of them, isn't there?
Yeah, good for food.
We're on the Gorilla Falls exhibition, so hopefully we'll see some of them gorillas soon. What have we got over here? And there's lots of little yellow birds flying about as well. We're having a nice relaxing day at Animal Kingdom. I'm not rushing about or anything today. I can see these little yellow birds. I'm having difficulty getting them here. Oh, there it is. There's lots of little yellow birds in here, isn't there? Nice little waterfall.
Only in Africa you see this.
When we're down in Africa,
A very nice place here.
pretty, pretty Africa. Mami wata, mami wata. When we're down in Africa, pretty, pretty Africa. Mami wata, mami wata.
Riga mami, riga jibu just. Mami wanta me,
Mami wata, mami wata.
you wanta me,
Mami wata, mami wata.
mami wanta,
Mami wata, mami wata.
mami you wanta me.
Mami wata, mami wata.
How we ever me say now one day,
Tia mami se jamale.
yeah mami say now one day.
Tia mami se
So we say, oh yeah yeah yeah, you say hey. 3 more times, oh yeah yeah yeah, hey. 2 more times, oh yeah yeah yeah, hey. 1 more time, oh yeah yeah yeah, hey. How we ever me say now one day,
Tia mami se jamale.
yeah mami say now one day.
Tia mami se jamale.
And that's how we do, that's how it is, you know.
We're off to Kilimanjaro Safaris now, which is straight ahead. Oh, it's been a grand day, very warm. Stand by 10 minutes, that's not bad. So we're just waiting in the queue for the safari.
Thank you for touring Kilimanjaro. When it comes to safaris, we go wide.
Switching my microphone on, I keep switching it off. Better. Yeah, so it won't be long before it's our turn.
Thank you, and here in Harambe, we say Twinde. That means
Welcome
let's
to the
go.
safaris.
Well, jump everyone. My name is Christina. Welcome to the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. A couple of reminders before we head on out today. Want to keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the truck at all times. But most importantly, you want to remain seated at all times. This is important because the road's going to get rough and bumpy. Now, just in case we forgot what seated means, that means your booty's fully on that bench and you're not lifting that little one up like Simba from The Lion King, because that would be dangerous. But we are headed in now to the Little Ituri rainforest. And the Little Ituri is home to more shy and reclusive animals. And they're going to use things like camouflage to help them remain hidden in these bushes and trees all around us. But if you look over towards that right-hand side, you're going to see a couple of okapis. Okapis are pretty elusive. We actually thought they were fake till about 1901, but clearly both you and I can see them, so they're very much real. And take a good look at those legs. We'll come back to that in just a second. On the left-hand side, we can see both a greater kudu, that's a little further away, and the bongo. Bongo has that beautiful orange and cinnamon-colored fur and those tall horns, and its nickname's the ghost of the rainforest because it'll move almost silently through the bushes. Those okapis that we saw, well, everyone sees their legs and immediately thinks they're related to the zebra. But they're actually a close relative of the giraffe. And we know this because they have a prehensile tongue just like giraffes do and a really similar skull shape. On our left we can see a really up close look at that greater kudu. Its caramel color coat comes to its advantage, and sunlight comes in, dapples across the trees, and makes them almost invisible. We also see some saddle-billed storks and a black rhino. It's blending in with that rock wall, hiding out a bit. Black rhinos are pretty shy and introverted creatures, and they're going to spend most of their lives in solitude. This is for a couple of reasons. They need a lot of land to survive and thrive, and with their land they can be quite territorial. There is the other saddle-billed stork right here. We can tell it's a female because it has a bright yellow eye, where males will have a brown eye. Both males and females have a 9-foot long wingspan, which is about the size of the canopy above your head. Now we are making our way through the rainforest, but let's talk about that black rhino for a little bit because I feel like they're very close to my heart. I also am an introvert. But unlike the black rhino, I am not endangered, but they are, with only about 5,000 left in the wild. And that's because poachers will often poach and kill them for the horns on their head. That horn's made out of keratin. That's the same thing your hair and fingernails are made out of. But on the black market, an ounce of rhino horn goes for more than an ounce of gold, which is really sad when you think about it. Now, we have made our way out of the rainforest and towards some more aquatic areas. And as we get around to the river, keep an eye on the water. Any weird shape of rock or bubble or ripple could be something like a Nile hippopotamus. These birds roosting out on that little island and on the banks of the river, those are pink-backed pelicans. And I know you're thinking, Christina, they look white and gray, but I promise you they do turn pink seasonally on their backs up into their cheeks, making it look like they have the cutest little blush. Again, you want to keep an eye on the water because hippos prefer to be submerged. In fact, hippopotamus comes from Latin and it means a river horse. And honestly, that describes them best. They like to walk along the bottom of riverbeds just like horses would walk across a field. And even though they prefer to be submerged under the water, they breathe oxygen just like you and I do. So they'll pop their heads up, take a deep breath, but they can hold their breath for several minutes at a time. And you can see some coming up on your left. Now a group of hippos is called a bloat. And it's easy to remember because they float in a bloat. And if you look over towards those waterfalls, you'll see a couple more hippos just floating around. That pink color that we see on hippos, well, that's actually their sweat. If you keep looking over towards your left, you'll see in the water a Nile crocodile. Now, Nile crocodiles can grow to be about 16 feet long. They're as old as the dinosaurs, but even though they've been around for a really long time, we actually don't know that much about them. What we do know is they have incredibly powerful jaws and are opportunistic hunters, which means they'll eat anything, anytime, anywhere. They kind of remind me of me. Now the tree canopy is opening up above us, which means that we are getting closer and closer to the savanna. But since we're talking about trees, this one on our right is a pretty important one. This is a baobab tree. Now it might look dead and lifeless to you, but inside that trunk thousands of gallons of water is stored. And the trunk's kind of a spongy, squishy material. So animals will come up, take a bite, and streams of water come pouring out. It's a lifesaver, especially during the dry season. And it's actually how the baobab earned its nickname, the tree of life. As we start to make our way down into the savanna, you might start to recognize some of your favorite animals from movies such as The Lion King, but we'll probably see a few new friends as well. And one thing that we're definitely going to see a lot of, it's incredible, it's amazing, It's grass. And that's because the savanna is one of the largest grasslands in the world, important not only to the hundreds of different species that live on it, but to you and I as well, because it produces a lot of oxygen, and we need that to survive. Now, in the savanna, every animal plays a role, and the savanna itself is a self-sustaining ecosystem, and what I mean by that is animals like giraffes eat the leaves off trees, which lets light in for grass to grow, for grazers like the zebras over there. Everything exists in a sort of balance, almost like a circle of life. Now, of course, in every ecosystem, you also have your predators, and if you look over towards your left, lying in that back cave, those are Africa's most successful predators. Those are African painted dogs. They're able to achieve their success by using things like teamwork, and they're crepuscular, meaning they'll sleep from dawn to dusk. They're a part of the canid family, which is like a cousin of the canine family, but they're a little different from the dog you might have at home. They have 4 toes, can run about 40 miles per hour, and well, they're Africa's most successful predator, but your puppy certainly is not. Now on our left-hand side, we have some sable antelopes far back, but a little closer towards us, we have a herd of wildebeest. Wildebeest can run in herds as large as 1.5 million. Now that kicks up a lot of dust, and so they've developed this really cool thing. They have scent glands inside of their hooves. They can't always see in front of them, but they can smell in front of them and stay with the herd. We can see a couple of those Hartman Mountain zebras on our right, and Hartman Mountain zebras, they're a smaller species of zebra, but they can run about 50 miles per hour. They can do that for long durations of time. They have a lot of strength and stamina. Their group name is called a dazzle, and it refers to the optical illusion that their fur makes. You get a couple of them together, and to predators, it looks like there's a lot more than there really are, and that makes them a little more weary of attacking. We all know that there's strength in numbers. Now, off on our left-hand side, you can just make out the spots of a Maasai giraffe, kind of hanging out in those bushes over there. And a Maasai giraffe spots, well, they're unique and individual to each and every single one of them, just like our fingerprints are to us. No 2 spots will ever be the same. And while their spots help them to stand out from one another, they also help them to blend in to the shadows of the trees that they commonly feed from, which are acacia trees. Like our friend the Okapi, giraffes have prehensile tongues, but their tongue's about 18 inches long and they can reach back and lick their own ears with it if they wanted to. But mostly they're going to use it to rip the leaves off trees. They don't really sleep like you and I do. They'll take a series of micronaps, sleeping about 30 seconds to a minute and a half at a time, for a combined total of only about 30 minutes of sleep a day. Coming up on our right-hand side, we can see a little antelope. That's a springbok. It looks like a s'more out in the middle of the savanna. Springboks can do this really cool thing called pronking. That's where they'll jump 6 feet up and 13 feet across, so they can jump through this whole truck if they wanted to. They typically run in herds of about 100 or more, and they're very social. Now, a group of giraffes is called a tower, and I think you guys would agree, it's a pretty fitting name for them. They kind of tower over everything. Up on your right-hand side, there's a little giraffe out there. That's the youngest member of the Maasai giraffe family. You can just make him out. It's only a couple months old, but well over 6 feet tall. But he's got quite a bit of room to grow. Maasai giraffes can be anywhere between 16 and 20 feet tall. Now we're making our way towards some more popular watering holes, so we might start to see some different kinds of animals coming up. Of course, there's always the spotting net above you. It can give you a little sneak peek of some of what is out on the reserve. If you look over towards your left, it's moving between the trees pretty quickly, but that's a mandrill. Mandrills are the largest monkey species in the world. They have those bright blue and pink bottoms. A male mandrill, the more excited he gets, the brighter his bottom will get. And males weigh about 150 pounds, where females will only weigh about 15 to 25. Off on the right hand side, far back, you can just see a couple of African elephants in their trunks. African elephants are incredible, remarkably brilliant creatures. They're insanely intelligent and have great memories. And you might be wondering, Christina, how did you know that was an African elephant? I would say it's pretty simple. We are in Africa, but also because of their ears, they're in the shape of the continent of Africa, and they'll flap them back and forth to create a little bit of a breeze for themselves. It's like a built-in fan. Elephant herds are matriarchal societies. And that means the women are in charge. In fact, at a certain age, they kick all the boys out of the herd, and the boys will form their own bachelor herds, but only till about young adulthood, and then they go off on their own. Both male and female elephants will memorize thousands of miles of geography, topography, marking food spots and watering holes in their mind, and every year they'll lead themselves or their herds back to those spots. But Earth is always changing, so they are constantly adapting. But places like these red clay pits on your right are pretty popular with elephants, and you can see those tusk marks, which means they have been snacking. Red clay is a popular snack choice because it provides a lot of nutrients and vitamins that elephants need to survive. And when you're as big as an African elephant, you need a lot of nutrients. They can weigh anywhere between 8 and 13,000 pounds. They have incredibly thick skin, about 1 inch, but it's also really sensitive. And they get things like sunburn just like you and I might. So they'll rub mud all over their bodies to protect their skin, a lot like sunscreen. Also, at hotter parts of the day, you can find them lying in the shade, protecting their skin from the UV. Well, if you look over towards the right, we'll see a couple more giraffes hanging out. And there's one directly in front of us that just blends in really well. And there's that youngest member of the Maasai giraffe family. They're so far off in the distance. There he is up close. Only about 6 months old. While giraffes are quite tall and lanky, they still move quite gracefully and can also be pretty fast. They can run about 35 miles per hour. We are getting into the water, and water's the most valuable resource on Earth, so it's a good time to talk about it. Every animal, from the giraffe to the flamingos up ahead, needs water to survive, and so do you. But one of the biggest threats that these animals face is things like water pollution from plastic or microplastic. It gets into the water system, makes it dangerous, even deadly for these animals to drink. And it's not great for you and I either. But there are things we can do to help. You do something like buy a reusable water bottle. It might seem small, but you help divert plastic from landfills and water systems, becoming a conservation hero for animals like these greater flamingo. Now, a group of flamingos is called a flamboyance, and greater flamingo are the lightest shade of pink out of all species of flamingo. They get their coloring from beta-carotene, which they filter out from the water with their beaks. Their beaks have incredibly intricate filtration systems inside of them. Now, as we make our way across the reserve, we can see how the land kind of changes a little bit around us, and that's a good indicator that some of these animals are changing a little bit as well. Every animal in the wild is going to rely on its habitat to get all of its natural resources and survive. And one thing that we can do to help all of these animals is grow things like bamboo. Bamboo is the fastest growing grass in the world, and it's incredibly versatile. It makes products that we use every day like paper, bed sheets, socks, and water bottles. By growing a little bamboo, you can help save some of the land for these really incredible animals that call it home, and make sure that their habitats are protected for generations to come. And we are getting closer to big cat territory, so keep an eye out because typically there are some cheetahs lying around. Now, their spots do help them to blend in. They can camouflage pretty well, but it looks like there's a couple lying on that left-hand side, up by that ridge line. They're the fastest land animals on Earth, running about 60 miles per hour. But even though they're the fastest, they can only run this distance in short sprints. They have dark teardrop marks around their eyes, and that reflects back sunlight. They need this because out of all the big cats, cheetahs are the only daytime hunters. And cheetahs don't roar, they more purr or click at one another. A group of them, well, that's called a coalition. We are coming up on a group of Kopi rocks, and Kopi rocks are typically home to prides of lions, and you can find Kopi rock formations all across Africa. Fair warning you guys, lions do sleep about 16 to 20 hours out of the day, so they're pretty rare to spot once the daylights come out. But it looks like over on the right hand side, we have a crash of white rhinos. White rhinos are a little different from our friend the black rhino. They're a lot more social. In fact, like I said, their group name is called a crash, and it's just coincidence they happen to have a really bad eyesight. But that makes their hearing their strongest sense, and you'll often see them flicking their ears back and forth, listening to the environment around them. Their names are commonly misunderstood. Everyone thinks it comes from the word or color white, but it actually stems from an Afrikaans word, wyd, which means wide. And it's a reference to their mouths because they kind of have a large jaw. So essentially, they're being called big mouths. Now, as we make our way around, there's also an ostrich that was hanging out. We can get a better look in just a little bit. Ostriches are flightless birds, but their wings aren't useless. They act like rudders on a ship, helping to steer the direction in which they run. Because ostriches can run about 43 miles per hour, which is pretty fast for a big bird. They'll use their incredibly powerful wings to kick out at predators, and their necks are really agile and can bend in all sorts of directions. This is to help them see when they run. Now on our right hand side we can see a couple of ostrich eggs, and ostriches do lay their eggs in groups. They're the largest and strongest eggs in the world. That's why they don't always feel the need to be around 100% of the time. In fact, ostrich eggs are so strong that you or I could stand on one and it wouldn't crack. It can withstand quite a bit of pressure. Now I can just make out the warden's post, which means that we are getting closer to the village. And it does look like the warden has his Nigerian dwarf goats out. Nigerian dwarf goats are small but mighty. And they're very high-spirited. They like to kick and buck and play. Pretty agile. They'll climb up onto the tops of trucks and huts. And just like a lot of other goats or sheep or even pigs, they're ruminants, which means they have a 4-chambered belly, and that just helps them to digest a little faster. They're a great economic resource to farmers all across Africa, and their milk makes products like soap and lotion and cheese. So all things considered, they're pretty great to have around. They're also a great example of how we can live with all sorts of different animals in harmony, whether they're domesticated or wild. And they remind us that when we go to pick our pets, we should make some well-researched decisions. A lot of the pets that you and I would go to pick out actually have pretty long lifespans, like birds and lizards. So if you want to make a commitment to one of those pets, you have to be ready to live with them your whole lives. And one of the things that actually destroys a lot of habitats is people dump.
Does watch, puts a back hoof print inside of a front hoof print. That way, to a predatory animal, she looks bigger than she really is.
There we go, hippo out the water. Over there. You can just see its bum though. Oh, there's its. Not often you see them out of water. There it is. Yeah, he's coming in the water. Wow.
See him kind of all mean.
Watch the step.
See.
Water's a bit murky. That was good seeing a hippo out of water, wasn't it? Huh?
There's some bubbles there.
Where? Can't see him.
No. Well, that's still closed.
It's a gorilla, we've got his back to us. Oh yeah. There's one up here somewhere, if I can find them. Maybe I can't find them. No, they're well and hidden, all these animals today. Oh, he's on the move, he's on the move. Still can't get a... Maybe not. No.
So the two that you see now are blackbacks. They are both 11. One turned 11 yesterday. Happy birthday, Clint. They are the brothers that were born and raised as a family tree. And then they moved over here to Gorilla College. There are two silverbacks, which I don't see right now, but they're out and about. And in about 3 to 5 years, they could be big or bigger than the silverbacks. So. I don't think they know that per se, but I'm sure there are signals that the keepers give them, whether it's a verbal or hand signal. Then
He's going to go to see his brother.
the brother's getting so big.
He's just sitting there.
He's going to walk around and see his brother. Oh, he's disappeared.
The other day, one of the brothers climbed the tree over here. They'll still climb, And he climbed up there and he got himself a branch and then he threw it down. And out of nowhere, the other brother, as brothers would do, came running up on both legs, grabbed the branch and started running around the habitat. He slid down the tree like the fireball and chased him around. Yeah. And then the leader of the troop kind of gave him a look, like, knock it off. And that was that.
Yeah.
And then it ended. But they're brothers just like brothers. Yeah.
I told her my friend's gonna do mine.
This is where the Lion King shows on a few times a day. I think we're going to do that the next time we come. Just too much to do in so little time. A fortnight is not long enough. Is it though? It's certainly not long enough for Florida's Orlando. There's so much other things to do. You got Legoland if you're into that sort of thing. And you've got all these other places along International Drive, etc. And then you've got the beach not far away. It's just too much to do. You need at least a month, I think. So as soon as I retire, that'll be that. It'll be a month's visit. Isn't that right, David?
What's that?
When I retire, we'll be over here for a month.
Well, to do everything, yes, you need to.
Yeah.
Easily.
I know.
If not, move here full time.
I know, which would be even better, yeah, living here full time. But it's never going to happen.
No.
But you never know. If we win the lottery one day, we'll be here like a shot. Living in this temperature all year round would be great. So we're just heading to Navi River Journey next. And then we've got a dinosaur one as well. And then we need to fit in some tea in between. Or if not, after we've been to a dinosaur. Depends what time we get everything done. But I haven't done Everest, that'll be the next time. I think that was just the only other one, isn't it? Everest, yeah. And the Lion King show, of course.
That's the two things we've got to do.
Yeah. So I think it'll only be a half-day visit next time. I tell you what they haven't got this time is the boats with the characters going up and down the rivers. Yeah.
Maybe they have, and we're just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Maybe, I think they were just put on for COVID times.
Maybe.
Yeah. Oh, I can hear the music, the tweeting of the Pandora. Such a beautiful park, like, isn't it?
Oh, it is.
So we're back in Pandora and we're going on Navi River Journey now. All the queue lines are great in Disney. So immersive. Very quiet.
Supervise your children. Bienvenidos viajeros. Para su seguridad, favor de permanecer sentados con las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro de la canoa y supervisen a sus niños.
Just move along, move along. Sorry about that. I was clambering in the boat there. I'm just keeping it going. We've got a boat all to ourselves at the front, so that's even better.
Smoke this out.
just come off Navi River Journey. What a beautiful ride that is. So peaceful, beautiful colours, first class audio animatronic, absolutely brilliant. Absolutely wonderful. Animal Kingdom's great, I love it. Who I've got here wanting some of my dinner. We're at Flame Tree Barbecue. And you just get surrounded by birds of all descriptions. That's my dinner. Half roast chicken. David's got chicken and ribs over there. And chips, yeah. So, hey, it's touching me shorts. Go away. It's going to be Tropical Americas. And this is the new concept art for it. This is going to have the Encanto house. That'll be cool to see that. And then they're going to have an Indiana Jones ride as well. So it looks pretty cool. We'll have to save our pennies to come back again to see that, David, won't we? Huh? Very cool. Just like when Magic Kingdom are going to have the Villains Land and Cars Land. Yeah, that'll be exciting now.
Yep.
So here we go, dinosaur. This will be David's last time going on it. Might not be mine though, we'll see. What a shame they're getting rid of it. But Disney are always striving to make things better and improve things, so, and I suppose Encanto and things like that are all the in thing at the moment. Or maybe it's not, I don't know. And the poor old dinosaurs are getting dumping somewhere. Eh? You're getting a heave-ho. 5 minutes standby wait.
Science guys in the house too. They dig up the bones of dinosaurs and other creatures that died when a giant asteroid crashed into the Earth 65 million years ago. Then they piece the bones together like gigantic jigsaw puzzles to recreate their skeleton. That one is Champsosaurus, that's a pteranodon. Over there is Dromaeosaurus, and those big turtles are Toxicellus and Protostega. Okay, Pop Quiz.
Today, that bare bones approach is about to be extinct. In a perfect blending of science and technology, the Dino Institute has created a time rover, an amazing vehicle that will literally transport you to the age of the dinosaurs. How? That's proprietary. But the result is a breathtaking journey through a prehistoric world where you will witness the most spectacular creatures to ever walk the earth. In a moment, you'll be going live to our control center for a comprehensive safety briefing, and then it's on to the tour that will convince you forever that the future is truly in the past.
Hello there. Welcome to our little trans-dimensional joyride, folks. I'm Dr. Seeker, your friendly controller, and a heck of a paleontologist, if I do say so myself. But let's not talk about me, let's talk about you, and how you can help me make history today with the Time Rover. It's like this. If I can bring you back from the Cretaceous period, it stands to reason that I can bring back a live dinosaur with you, and not just any dinosaur. Take a look at this guy. is an iguanodon, and I'm certain that he is the key to understanding these magnificent creatures. I tagged him with a locator during an unauthorized field trip. Otherwise, I'd be traveling with you. Right now, our dino should be about here, at the very end of the Cretaceous period. That's where you're going today.
I've arrived, it seems, just in time to correct a little misstatement.
Dr. Marsh.
That is impossibly close to the giant asteroid impact that destroyed most life forms on Earth. Our tours are designed to take you to the early Cretaceous period, and I can assure you that all time rollers have been securely locked on those coordinates.
That's right. See? Securely locked. Access denied.
Continue.
Of course. We were just talking about seatbelts. Plug them in, use them. It can get kind of choppy out there, so keep your hands and arms inside the vehicle at all times. Flash photography? I wouldn't. It alters the homing signal, and that's not good. Oh, and one more thing. Those locked coordinates? We're in. Now, here's the drill. You follow the homing signal to the iguanodon, then I'll enlarge the transport field, and boom, you're back with one additional passenger extra large. And don't worry about that asteroid. You'll be in and out of there before it even breaks the atmosphere. Trust me, what could go wrong? Hey, it's me again. Remember, only you guys are going...
Travel commencing in T-minus 10 seconds and counting.
This is Seeker. Listen up. We've got to get in, grab the iguanodon, and get out before the asteroid hits. Let's roll! Okay, now, let's go get that dino. Computer, what are you tracking?
Styracosaurus.
Not our dino.
Warning, meteor shower in range.
Just little one.
Oleoramus. Hadrosaur. Raptor.
Time to get serious. Locking autopilot on homing signal now! Hang on! I'm tracking a big dino on the scope. Could be ours. Computer, full stop. Identify.
Carnotaurus.
Definitely not our dino. Go, go, go! Another big guy coming up. Computer. Slow and identify.
Sauropod.
Still not our dino, but at least this one's a vegetarian.
Asteroid impact in 90 seconds.
We better move it.
Pterodactyl.
Incoming!
Asteroid impact in 60 seconds.
We can't stop now! Keep going, keep going!
Compsognathus.
Computer, what's happening?
Loss of traction.
Four-wheel drive, move it!
Warning, meteor start.
Evasive maneuver! Left! Right! Left! Right!
Left!
That was close. Computer, now what?
Carnotaurus.
That's it! Abort mission! Abort! Abort!
Iguanodon.
Forget it! Get them out now!
Asteroid impact.
Brace yourself! They're not gonna make it! They're not gonna guess you made it back with you. I better find him before security does. Thanks for everything.
Was it dinosaur? And it's going very sad. I love it. No, you can't see much. David shaded his head. I'll be going back on it next week, but David won't, will you?
Definitely not.
No, too bumpy for him. And I think I had the video camera over my face when I was when the what they call flash photography went off. Yeah, so we shall see. We shall see. It was good as ever, and it's a shame it's going. But there you go. So anyways, we're going to see if Donald Duck's still there to get our photos with him. If not, then we'll be heading back out the park. We'll see you all later.